Hey, you guys, who is up? Y'all know I'm wired up. I took a nap today because I had so much going on. When I got home, I was not feeling my best, and then I took a nap, a long nap, and now I'm wired up. And my sleep has kind of been thrown off because I've been going out at night on cases, so my sleep is kind of thrown off. So I'm not gonna stay on long. I just wanted to see um, who was up. I see three people. Hey, Point God. Point God. Miss Lynn. It's 1 o'clock. I know a lot of people sleep. Hey, Danny and Dante. Hey, I'm up. I be tuning in every night. Love your content. Keep it up. Thank you, Clarinetta. Pretty brown eyes. I see y'all up with me. Um, I got on. I was just on the phone. You know what? With somebody, it's amazing to me how people misjudge you. They can know you forever, and they have all of these like preconceived notions of you. Like they could be knowing you for years, and they still tend to like misjudge you. I was just having a conversation with someone that we've been friends for many years, and he still don't know me. He still don't know me. Wish I could be asleep. I'm at work. Hey, Diane. Oh my God. You know, I'm getting ready to look at that. Hey, John, Rita, Teresa. I don't know. I think for me, sometimes it just when I have conversations with people, especially people that I know, and they tend to judge me. It kind of it hurts my feelings a little bit. People that don't know me, it don't really bother me. But when people that's supposed to know you and they say things that is absolutely like so um not true, I think it bothers me because I think I'm one of the most selfless people that I know, very selfless. And so it's amazing to me how when you're strong um and men look at that as being like when you have your goal orientated and all of that. Some men go, well, I just, you just seem self-centered. Are you serious? I'm the most selfless person that I know. Right. I don't know. I never thought that having goals and trying to execute them made you self-centered. you know um and his logic was, and this is just a platonic friend, his logic was, well, you're self-centered when you don't stop to think about how you're affecting other people working all the time. My children are grown. I spend time with them still. I spend time with my mom. I'm there for my mother always. My nephew, like my sister, my grandbaby. I keep my grandbaby a couple days a week for my daughter. She be all at the office with me everywhere. I keep her for like 4 or 5 hours, sometimes all day. on a couple days a week. And so what I do is I kind of center my time around that because making it easier for my daughter, because daycare fees are outrageous. Um, and I don't really want my baby to be at a daycare because I don't think that they pay close attention to children like they should. Um, why can't they take us for who? Right. And that is just it. That's an issue that I have. I feel like I think that it bothers me because I think I'm a good person, but people don't like to accept you for who you really are. I'm just who I am. That's it. You could either well he couldn't take it in he couldn't take it or leave it because I ain't with him and don't want him. But it's just amazing, like when you start talking to people, like, and you've been knowing them for years, and when you start having deep conversations with them, how they really conceive you, how they prejudge you, how they really look at you. I'm like, dog, that's what you think of me? Oh my God. It's that's a person who is jealous underneath their skin. That could be true too. And I run as far away from jealous people as I can. I do. Who y'all talk about? Who y'all talk about? I'm missing the conversation. Um, why can't they take us? Hey, chat. The way she talked about DT at Pretty Brown. Who? I done missed the conversation. Yeah, and I don't let people put labels on me. That is not true. You know, I don't allow them to speak things into my life that's not true. And so then what they'll try to do is say, well, you can't accept constructive criticism. No, that that's not constructive criticism. You're trying to label me as something that I'm not. What are you talking about? Constructive criticism? Hell, I'm not self-centered, period. I'm not. Just because I have goals and I work a lot, I'm a single woman. I am a single woman. I don't have a husband. I'm not, I don't have a man. So I can work a lot. That's different. Oh, nothing. AHMP. We just chatting. My niece was having that same conversation with me earlier. I told her that don't let nobody dim your light, keep shining, and I give you the same. I promise you, probably like a couple years ago or more, I was thinking I would, I don't know what it is about my exes. Like they like to keep in contact with me. They didn't do right when they had me. But I'm pretty cool with them for the most part. But this one would we had gotten back in touch. He had gotten back in touch with me via social media, right? After so many years. Like, I mean, he started calling me. We were talking chat. And so that is before I even got back on YouTube. I would be on Facebook promoting my businesses and stuff. Like if you want to advertise your business, I could cut you a commercial blah blah blah. That's what you do. You advertise um your business on social media. So that's what I was doing, advertising my TV show and all of that. And so anyways, we're just talking about how people misjudge folks. So, anyways, I would be on social media. Sometimes I would go live. That's when I was going live on Facebook. I would be sitting in my studio, and I would be promoting my business. And he just started sending me. He would start sending me messages. Ding, you sure do talk about yourself a lot. I said, motherfucker, that was your last time. I had to cuss him out. That was your last time sending me a message because you see me on live promoting my business. I blocked him. And I had him blocked for almost a year. And he called me, will you please unblock me? I promise you I won't send you no more messages. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Like people think about the energy that you project towards them, but they don't ever say what they've done. Some people are just negative. I don't like negative people. I don't. Because when I am, whether it's my friends or whatever, I'm always trying to encourage people to do the very best that they can do. I'm always happy to see when people have something going on. As a matter of fact, I always tell people, promote your stuff. I understand that you have to promote. Luckily for me, like with my businesses, I was able, at the time we was on radio, on TV, I could promote my stuff. But I always encourage people, even if you don't want to promote your stuff on my TV show or on our radio show, you can you need to start promoting what you have going on social media. You need to let people know what you have going on. And it's sad when people don't have a business mind that you know that they prejudge you. I was just thinking about that. It was like I've had to isolate myself from so many people, even like, some of my family, not my immediate family, but um like some of my family, because people have jealous spirits. They're really jealous, and I hate to say that because I don't like for when I don't want for people to think, well, she thinks she all that, why they got to be jealous of her. Sometimes you haven't even arrived at where you want to arrive at. And I know I have goals and stuff, but people get jealous of your drive, because they're too afraid to go and get it. With they're really content with whatever it is they do. They feel like you're supposed to go get a government job. Like when the elected official that I was working for was not reelected, every new elected official bring in their own staff. I had left the police department and I was working for them, and I was as human resource manager. And I could have fell back, or I could have went somewhere within the government and I had the experience to do it all, or I could have fell back. They call it fall back when the elected official is not um does not get their position anymore. You could fall back into your old position. I left because at the appointed position I was making 3 times what I was making at the police department. 3 times. So I didn't go back. I didn't fall back. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a year. And people thought that I was crazy. I was like, I'm going to give myself a year to see um how my business is going, what I can do with my business. And so I remember telling my dad, he was like, with your business, it ain't no off days. Like when you're working for yourself, there are no off days. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna try it. I won't know unless I try it. And I promise you, when I first decided I was gonna do it, I cried. There was a lot of nights that I cried because I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that I'm not gonna get a check every 2 weeks. What am I gonna do?" You know what I mean? At that time, I had my beautiful condo. Um, on by the water, and I was like, what if, I don't get no business? And I never forget, another one of the private investigators, one of my mentors had said to me, the money is out there. You're a black girl. It's not many of them that's doing this. You could market yourself really, to, because before I wasn't even using my talents like that, just when I needed to. And they had always said, you know what, hey, you could if you put the time into it, you could do a lot. So I went. That's the reason why I always go, get certifications and stuff. Um, because I'm a hustler. I'm always able to make money because I go get certified in those things that I get interested in, and I make money off of it, right? And so it was a lot of days. Like, I can remember, like 3 months after I started my, just being my own, working for myself, I was crying to my mom and I was like, I think I'm gonna have to go get me a job. I said, I think I'm gonna have to go get me a job. And she was like, well, my mom and them, they're safe people. She was like, well, if you got to get a job, it ain't nothing wrong with that. I said, well, I just wonder why. I remember saying to her, I just wonder why God allowed me to have the TV show. And because it always just paid for itself. Even if it didn't pay me, it paid for itself. And I was like, I wonder why God just, let me get to have the TV network. And my dad blessed me with that. Now it pays for itself. And, to have my skill in investigation, I even do notary work and stuff. And I said, I wonder why God had let me have that. And I cannot, and I gotta go work for somebody else. And she was like, what you need to do is you need to go to church and you need to pray about it. You need to tell God about it. And so that's what I started doing, and my work started picking up like crazy. It started picking up like crazy. Like, it just did. God started blessing me, and it's going on 4 years, and every month has not been good, but when the months are good, they're so good that when the months are low, it don't matter. you know. So um I think, because people can be so safe. People are so safe. Um, they feel like just get you a good government job and um work paycheck to paycheck and hope for a raise and all of that. I give myself raises because what I do is I know how to raise my fees. I go get the training and expertise and stuff and raise my fees, and that's how I give myself raises. So oftentimes, because my hustle is different, when people are afraid of what they don't understand, like I said, they see me on here, and even when I had my TV show, like, I talk a lot of shit. That's just what I do. I do it in motivation and stuff and in fun. But when they would see me out, like in the grocery store, whatever, they'll go, "You that girl that's on TV. I was looking at your show. You remember you were saying this, and I disagree with what you said about that." I'll be like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy you look at the show or whatever." And I'm not talkative, and it makes people it offends people, especially men, when they see you talking shit on a channel or something like that, and then they see you in person and you're completely different. I've always had a very quiet and reserved demeanor. That's just how I am, because I've always been very shy. But it's I think it's just, it hurts my feelings when people prejudge you, because I've always worked with other people in mind. I go, if I do this, I can open the doors for this person and that person and that person and that person. And then for people to continuously, just prejudge you, it's sad. It really hurts my feelings, especially people that's supposed to know you. They ain't gonna give nobody nothing, but they have the nerve to prejudge you because you are not what they want you to be. I'm not a weak person. I know how to get people up off of me. I know what to do to get folks up off of me. I don't go along to get along with stuff. I ain't gonna never do that. I'm not going to. I'm not. I've been through enough. We all suffer in silence on some things sometimes. We have to go through some stuff. I'm not getting ready to let people put me in positions where I'm miserable because I don't have to have them around me. And you get prejudged for that. Ain't that something? Because you decide you want to be happy. But what I have decided is, I guess I'm venting. You got to have alligator skin. My niece always said, I promise you, I think having a business is good. It is, you know. But I decided I'm gonna slow down because I've been having headaches, and that's because I've been working so much, and I developed this mentality that I don't turn down no work because I'm like, oh, if I turn it down, what if work is slow the next month? So I take all of this work and it's stressful, and I think about, my dad. I think one of the reasons why I still get emotional about my dad, that's right, just let us be great. I still get emotional about my dad. My dad had worked in politics for 30 something years. And my dad always he didn't in the beginning. I remember when I was a little girl, he had two jobs. One of the jobs was at FedEx, the other job was somewhere else. And then on one of the jobs, he started moving up, and then he got elected. And he was elected, and I always stick my chest out to him like he was elected in more times in his position than any other person. And but my dad always did real good for himself. I'm talking about financially, right? And so when my dad retired, um, in my dad's position, after so many years, when you retire, um, you get $1 million, right? So I remember, like, the year before my dad died, my dad was like, "Well, Gal, I tell you, I've been working all together for 40 something years." And he says that 30 days after I retire, they gotta mail me out a 990 something $1,000 check. I was like, wow, dog, dad, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? That you are, I guess with all that money. He was like, well, I always did good, so that'll just be added money. But I get to sit down and enjoy my money without fighting because he always fought for the people. And I always just get so emotional because I feel like he worked all those years. And the year after he got all of that money, he died. And so I was thinking about that today when my head was hurting. I was like, I'm like my dad. I work hard. I make a lot of money. I do good for myself. But my dad worked hard fighting for everybody. And then when he got his big reward, although he always made a lot of money, but he get his big reward. And then a year after that, he's gone. He didn't even get to enjoy the fruits of his labor. It bothers me a lot. She said, "Did you notice that Black people, especially Black women, have a big wage gap?" Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something that one of the right, we're on the road to 20K. We're on the right. We're like a few. We're on the road to 20K. So y'all make sure y'all share and sharing all of that so that other people can. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I started. Um, I've been doing some working with this private investigator from out of um Boston, and he one of my friends had recommended, he had him to call me, and we ended up doing some more stuff. And he's real funny. He lives on the he's always where his house is on, because it's a lot of water in Boston, I think. And I've never been there. I told him I'm gonna come and visit, but he's always on his boat. I mean, his house is right on the water. It's always so beautiful. And I told him I love dolphins. So when they're out there in their boats and stuff, he sent me a video the other day of the dolphins. He was like that they try to talk to you and some more stuff of the whales. No, of the whales and stuff. It's so beautiful. And I was talking to him. I said, I asked him, was that his house? And he was like, yeah, it's my house. And he was like, I could easily, he was like, I'm going into, I'm on the down end of it. And he was saying that he said he was telling me how much he could easily make, but he just don't want to, he's tired. He's getting ready to retire real soon. And so I said, well, how you saying you're confident that you can make that much? Like you can make about 2 mil a year? But see, that's a white man. He was like, yeah. He said, well, here's the thing, you could do it too. He said, but the thing about it is what you're gonna have to do is, he was telling me what I had to do, you know. But it comes with a lot of responsibility. And you think about that, like with those white guys, they charge like 3 times what a lot of other people charge, and their skills are not any better. Now his skills are, because see, he's done a lot of government work, he's done a lot of private stuff for the government. He came short to tell him, because I asked him how did he get into it, and he would always give me jokes and stuff. He came short of telling me that he had worked with the CIA. He really did, because they even do he make all of his money off of people pay him $6,000 and $7,000. He's got equipment to tell you who's hacking your phone is hacked and all of that. Because when I asked him, well, I don't even want to talk about that, because we'll deal with these hackers. But he was like, people pay it without a problem. They pay it without a problem. It's okay to take care of yourself. Watch your blood pressure. These headaches could mean something. Be careful. Your health is. That's true. That's true. Um, I said I would never allow anybody to, stress me out. Again, it bothers me that these men on YouTube are insistent on violating me, and it's simply because it is a obsession. And we've been talking about this for 2 years. They've been doing it for 2 years. I'm not going into the third year with these men violating me. It's not gonna happen. Because at this point, and we was talking about this earlier, at this point they feel like they have a privilege to insert themselves in my life, to violate my privacy. That's not gonna happen. And then jump on their blog and brag about what them damn fools that's that's in their circle, that's on their subscribers do for them. So the subscribers going to jail. They're gonna lose their jobs and they're going to jail. Because if you dumb enough to use whatever expertise you got from the army or from you working for a light company, you going into their computers, getting people's addresses, giving them to somebody so that he can give to gang members and stuff like that. You don't deserve to have you. First of all, you need to be in jail, and the company that you work for got to be sued. Because these people are endangering folks' lives. Why would you even want to deal with somebody that's got you putting your jeopardizing your livelihood because of their sadisticness? You got to be sadistic to sit up and want to harass somebody for 2 years. But the police department gonna do something about it, else they're gonna get sued. They're gonna do something, or else we're gonna sue them. You know what? It would be one thing if they came into the chat and was trolling. That's one thing. Okay, we cuss them out and go on. It's another thing when people are looking up your information, sending people to your house. Onan is sick. He's a sick individual. Okay, and Countdown John and them hacking your computer systems, your phone, to try and listen to your conversations. They're all together. This is what they do. They sick. Somebody has sent me a message, and it was telling me, now, regardless to how you feel about Raven and the cookie shop, you don't have a right to jeopardize nobody's life. And somebody was telling me that they was on a channel. They work with a channel. They told me exactly what the channel was. And they had gotten Raven's address. And this vlogger, that's the cult leader, had them to start going over to this other vlogger's chat and start spamming the chat. And you had them damn fools doing it, putting her address in there in hopes that somebody that wanted to get her would see the address and go to her house and kill her. Why would you want somebody's address? Because see, I'm gonna tell y'all what a guy, they say he a hacker. I don't know what he is. But he reached out to me and said to me that that same vlogger asked him to hack me, get my information, and get my mama's information. They hacked my phone today, and the first thing they did was they called my mama. Motherfucker, you a die, bitch. You a die faster than full-blown AIDS fucking with my mama, motherfucker. And we already know you ain't gonna come from behind that channel. Just like you try to get somebody to go in the cookie shop and the police know it and kill one of them folks in the cookie shop, you fuck nigga. You want to send folks to people's houses. Them motherfuckers that tried to kill you, they said the score ain't settled with you, motherfucker. So you ain't the only one that could do it. Don't play with me. I don't like you. I don't like you. You motherfuckers ain't got no right, you sick bitches. And so then what they do is to invade my privacy, motherfucker. You could die, ho. And so then what they do is they like to get pictures, Countdown John. They like to get pictures, I'm hearing, of babies and shit and sell it to the black market. Now it's alleged that that's what they're doing. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You motherfuckers think y'all got a right to invade my privacy? Fuck you bitches. I want you motherfuckers in jail or dead. It makes me mad as fuck. Yeah, the gang did it. we already know who got the good, who these motherfuckers working in government. I hope he was worth y'all jobs. I hope he was, because they got into that clubhouse. They're gonna have to start doing something quickly. You bitches go and you get certifications to do networking engineer and all that, and y'all let these fuck niggas use y'all to commit federal crimes. Like I said, it'd be one thing if they was coming into the chat trolling. It's another thing when you think you got a right to listen to my conversation. That's a federal crime, bitch. Either they gonna do something to you or we gonna sue them. Stalkers. Stalkers. I listen to our conversation. Okay. The gang know how to act. They let this motherfucker YouTube quick to strike somebody else's channel and let this motherfucker sit up on YouTube and violate. Okay. How many times in the almost 2 years have I documented all the conversations that I've had with them via email, chat, and Twitter, and nothing is done. Begging them, showing them how this man has been violating me, going to the police department. This man has put a hit on my life and nothing. It's time to take legal action. That's one of the reasons why I'm stressed out. My head hurt. Because these motherfuckers think that they have a right to invade my privacy and watch me in my home and stuff. That would stress anybody out. And they're not doing anything. We're going to see what that lawyer going to make them do. They got a job to do, and their job is to protect me from these violators. I don't want to hear no more. We monitoring it. We building something. We building this, and that. I don't want to hear that no more. My life in danger. Fuck building. It's been almost a year. It's time to make some arrest. Because whatever else Countdown John and them got going on outside of what they involved in as it relates to me, I ain't got nothing to do with what they building on that. They need to do something about what they doing to me. New to you, I don't even know. I'm trying to figure that out myself. And you ought to see how robotic those people are that they have around them. He had a girl emailing me for over a year harassing me. And I mean somebody was telling me she one of the robots that he used. And I mean they be strong in their convictions of being sent out. Of being sent out. At least the young lady who he tried to get to take me out said he thought that I was mentally ill. See, this other girl is mentally ill. That's the reason why she's so mad. I was trying to figure out why in the hell this girl so mad at you. She don't even know you. You ain't did nothing to that girl. I don't even know this girl. But the other girl did reach out to me. And I know that she would send me emails and stuff. I mean, she would send me let's see, she making fake pages now. She making fake pages. I hope you ain't violating. Okay. I hope you're not violating your orders. And go take your meds. Violating your orders are not going to be good for you. Okay. And yeah, because they are sick. You know, I was having a conversation with Dima one day. And hey, listen. I told Dima, I said, Dima, what I want to start doing is I want to start, if you don't mind, recording my conversations on this phone because this is the hack phone. She said, okay, no problem. I said, I just want you to know that. I said, and then what we're going to do is we're going to wait to see when the conversations are repeated so that I can record that too and timestamp it. And that's what we have been doing. And Dima said to me one day, she said, Tam, one of the vlogger we was talking about, what he want people to do is get stressed out enough to go kill themselves. I said, well, it'll never happen. Sure enough, that same night that vlogger came on, I want you to get so stressed you're gonna kill yourself. We gotta record it. Had my phone hacked. And they can't say I'm lying, it's recorded and time stamped. He didn't say it later. He didn't say it the next week. He said it the same day. We talked that morning. He came on that night. We was waiting on it. And there have been other things, okay? Other people that I've had conversation with to call me and say the conversation we had on that phone. Check your inbox. They done screenshot it verbatim, regurgitating it. This is how sick they are. Mm-hmm. invasion of privacy, and it's been going on 2 years. So he feels like he is obligated. He feels like my life is his. He wouldn't know how to stop if the police broke in on him and told him, nigga, you're going to do 25 years. He'd get out and get the same hacker to do it because he's obsessed with me and go do them 25. He don't know how to stop because he feel like he has a right to my life. And in his mind, he's sadistic enough to feel like that's the reason why he always throwing up them subscribers. Y'all ain't heard about us. Because he really throwing them up under the bus. Like the police said today, where he basically saying that it's them ones around him doing that. We gotta let us do this. Let us get that. Let us deal with that right there, because that's the problem. He's not going to come to Memphis. We got to deal with all of that sadisticness around him and take that down. But it's been 2 years. I don't have time for that no more. He got to go. Because he's the mastermind. I know. I love it when it rains. I do. I love it when it rains. I do. Mm-hmm. Hey, OG Snake Spotter. So when people say all bloggers should just, come together, there are some bloggers that I could never come together with. I'll never come together with them. And it's quite a few of them. I will never come together with them. It's been some women on here using hackers to hack me, to delete my subscribers. We found that out. You that jealous that you would hire, you would also, but they all use the same people. I'll be able to tell y'all more about it once all of this is over. About it's a ring. I'll be able to tell you. I know what's going on, but they don't need to know how much I know, because they feel like I'm just blowing hot smoke right now. If I start giving y'all detail, they'll start trying to rearrange some stuff. Yes, my mom is safe. My mother has cameras all around her house. When we went to the police station today, she filed a report, and on every shift, they're going to make sure that they have officers consistently in her area, especially at night. And that's how it's going to happen. But she got weapons. I'm gonna start spending more nights with her. especially as we start to push more with this stuff. And I, you really, it's some stuff that I want to say, but I ain't gonna say because it'll make me real angry. But that goes more with, that's a person who wants to control you. So I talk about how much I love my mother, right? And so for some reason, Onan has such an obsession with me that he wants to control me. That's the reason why he hires these hackers to hack my phone. And so he has such an obsession with me. I think he feels like she loves her mother. He feels like if he can have something done to my mother, just like I heard him say with Raven's mother, Raven, I could have had your mother. That's recorded. I could have made you hurt for years and years and years. I could have had your mother killed. That's recorded. That's actually on video. So I think he feels like if he does something to my mother, that would be controlling me. Just like he has that sadisticness with Raven. Regardless to what people feel about Raven, ain't nobody got no right to decide that they're gonna take her life or her mama's life. Especially a vlogger. And so what he do is he gas up them damn fools around him to go do it. Right? So he knows that I love my mother, and he's got such an obsession with me. But it's some street dudes owning that don't play about my mama. They already know what's going on. They don't play. And he feel like if I could do something to her mother, I'll forever control her emotion. She'll always think about me. I think you garbage. I always think that about you. In order for me to be talking about it, y'all know I'm tired, and I've been tired. That's the next thing, Teresa. A lawsuit against YouTube. And the police department. Anyways, you guys, y'all hit the like button. Like I said, I've been wired up. And so, like I said, when I got on here, I was just really oblivious to what was really going on. You know, these people came messing with me. They didn't want me vlogging on the Young Dogs case, and now it has turned into something sadistic, right? A young lady who used to be a part of Paperwork Parties Camp had reached out to me, and she had said that, she said, Miss T, I think it really started off as they do scams. They want to try to scare you, and then it turned into an obsession. Once they saw you were not paying attention, they became used to invading your privacy and they don't feel like that they are supposed to stop. And she's right. And she said, I hope you do something about it because they are sick. Mm-hmm. And so all I got to say is, whoever is sent to my door, again, is gonna die. I don't care if you send a man or a woman. They better make their mind up. Because if we see that they pathetic, they better make their mind up on what they want their fate to be. Because he's sending you to your death. If you come to my door, you are a threat to my life. And he's sending you to your death. Male or female. I ain't holding back. I'm unloading on you. You are a threat to my person. The same thing with my mama. You talking about bags on people's head. And I'll go on record as saying this. I use everything I got if something happens to my mama and have somebody's whole family taken out. Every dime I got will go on having somebody's whole family taken out fucking with my mama. Because of YouTube, you sick motherfucker. No, it's because you got them sick ass motherfuckers around you that you feel like is mentally retarded and will do anything for you. Don't fuck with me like that. You don't know me. You don't know me. You never knew me and you never will. None of you that's been harassing me. You just developed a sadistic obsession with me. I don't know y'all. I ain't never came looking for y'all. I ain't never wanted to be a part of nothing y'all had going on. Never even had a conversation with y'all. Never inquired about nothing you got going on. And you develop a sadistic obsession with me and get sick ass motherfuckers around you to join in, to violate. Oh no. They had already called her and threatened her last year. It ain't going down like that this year. Anyway, y'all, that's enough of that. Child, I'm sure they got the ooh we recording. Okay. And I've been talking about this forever about how I'm being harassed and how I'm going to protect myself and my family. There's nothing against the law as it relates to that. And they tell me, she said she's gonna spend money and take our whole family out. I will spend money and take your whole family out to eat. That's what I meant. I'll take them out to eat dinner. I'll take your whole family out to eat dinner. I'm a real nice person. So record that. I'll take them out to eat dinner. Teresa says that's sad that you have to be forced to take that type of action. Right. It is. I mean, well, with the police, I, hey, I'm not accepting anymore. It's bigger than what we thought. We on to this, we on to that. We working, we connected with this police department, and I ain't got nothing to do. Listen, whatever else that they tapped into, if it ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with me, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm interested in what is happening to me. Something needs to be done. I don't want to look at the bigger picture. I want to look at what's now. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I tell you, I I just, people just there's no way of letting bygones be bygones when when you violate my privacy. If we had cussed each other out and came into my chat and there had been words exchanged, it might have been, well, you know what? I ain't rocking with them like that, but hey, we could coexist. But the moment you hack my stuff and you violated me, you put hits on my life and you didn't even know me, it's because you have an obsession with me. It ain't never no turning back from that. And one thing that I've learned, if nothing else, from working for the police department and from what happened to Young Dolph. And I know Young Dolph was a street guy. You don't brush stuff off. And I like to take stuff to the limit. They started it, and I'm gonna finish it because it was me that was violated. That's right, OG Snake Spotter. Good always wins over evil. Always. But anyways, you guys, we was talking about, people misjudging. We're just freestyling anyways. Well, I'm talking about people misjudging you. I think that is what I ain't talking about these freaks on here that's violating me because I wouldn't care if they had misjudged me or not. They didn't have a right to violate my privacy. Violating my privacy the way that they have done is equivalent to a sexual assault. When you're hacking my phone, listening to my conversations, hacking my computer and my TV, looking at me in my home. As the police say, breaking and entering, but I look at it as a sexual assault. Yep. I'm telling you. He says, touch not my anointed ones. Hmm. My husband wants me to stay off of YouTube, but the only channel I go to is yours and Double Tap. I like Double Tap. Double Tap is funny. A lot of times when I'm up late, I be in the bushes. Sometimes I don't say nothing because I'm up late doing a report or something like that. And one thing about Double Tap, whether he's got 100 people on or whether he got 6 people on, he always be the same. He gonna always, be happy. You know what I mean? He gonna always be the same. He ain't mad that he ain't got 100 people on. He treat everybody. He gonna treat it just the same. I like Double Tap. He's funny to me. My sweet mama. Oh, my sweet mama. It makes me so mad that this sick nigga think he could play with my mama. I guess he feel like I've been playing with her for so long. I own you, too. I own these damn fools. He could say they own chicks and talk about them like they dogs. Then when he know the folks on their ass, he tell them don't call me on my phone. That's because he know the folks looking at them. They the ones that's doing the dirt. They don't need their crazy checks or their food stamps. Because once they start getting these felonies and stuff, they're gonna lose all that. You want to live off of the government doing dirt for another man. Okay. Teresa says, Tamara, you're covered with the blood of Jesus. The Lord will continue to show you and protect you. We was praying tonight. My mother called me and was praying a protection prayer. Over us all. Because it is, even though I'm not scared, because I understand I'm gonna unload. on them. But it's really weird what I was telling the police today, that someone sees you and tricks themselves into believing that you said. He said he didn't trick himself into believing that you said anything about his son or him. He know you didn't. That was just a way for him to do what he's doing to you. It was coming anyways because it's an obsession. But they motherfucking job is to stop it. There's some people that want to stop it. But I believe in letting the law stop it. And if they don't stop it, then we're going to file a lawsuit against them. That's you, Diane. I promise you, that's what my mother. She called it Psalms 911. She called it Psalms 911. And she kept saying today Psalms 911, and she kept saying, God, we're in a state of emergency because this man will not leave my child alone. His mind has told him, I want her dead, and I'm going to try to get one of them damn fools to do it, and he don't even know you. Never had a conversation with me, and he's sick like this. I said, after all this is over, I'm writing a book. Somebody had said to me that somebody kept saying, you need to write a book. I had never thought about writing a book, but when all of this is over, I'm going to write a book about being stalked. Yep. Anyway, y'all, it's almost 2:00. I know a lot of you all got to get up. I even got to get up because we had an appointment at 10. I got to go get my mom and all of that. So we can go over here to this lawyer's office and see how much he going to hit us with. But you know, God is so good. This particular person that was recommended to us, we talked to his legal clerk today, and I was telling her what was going on. She was like, well, I asked about the retainers fee. She's like, well, you know what? With this case, he might do it with a contingency. So I'm gonna be praying about that tonight when I get off. I'm definitely gonna pray about that. That makes me feel better, meaning he gets paid after we get paid for the lawsuit. So that'll be a blessing. And that lets me know he'll work. That means that lets me know when that happens, he'll work harder to make sure that there are some results, because that's when he gets paid. So, and I've never in my life wanted to ever even think about filing any lawsuits against the police department, because I do love law enforcement and I do believe that there are, a lot of good police officers. I never would have wanted to do this, but I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. Anyways, you guys, let me get off here so I could get me some more rest. Of course, I'm able to look at my mom's cameras and stuff and check around her house from one of my phones. Okay. Um, you weren't gonna find that in that phone y'all hacked. And anyways, I make sure you guys pray. Let's pray before we get off here. Most gracious Father, I come to you right now in the mighty name of Jesus. First, God, I ask that you forgive us of all of our sins, all the seen and unseen, all of the known and unknown. Dear God, I just ask that you shield and protect everyone that came on here with good intentions tonight. I ask and pray that you shield and protect me and my family. God, you said that evil could not win. I ask that you expose and destroy the evil men that have come to try and destroy my life, to terrorize my life, God. I ask that you expose it, vindicate me, go before me tomorrow as we go to the lawyer's office. Allow them to um, make the police department speed up whatever it is they're doing to get these evil people off of the street. Expose every evil person that is in disguise, that is working with them to violate and invade my privacy. I thank you right now that we got the victory. I ask that you go before those who have to get up and go to work tomorrow. Make the highways and the byways safe for them, and may they return home to their loved ones just as they left in one piece. I thank you that we got the victory. I thank you that you shield and protect us. I thank you that these people that have violated me will be going to jail, exposed, and going to jail. I thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I love you guys. Sleep peacefully tonight. We've already won the battle. I felt that in my soul. It's already done. Okay. And the words of the Lord is always yes and amen. And I felt something in my spirit. They're about to be exposed. It's already done. All of them, even the ones that y'all going to be shocked about, that's in this, that I've been hearing about, is going to be exposed. These women are going to be exposed. These vlogger women that's involved, secretly involved in this stuff. It's going to come out. I had already heard about them, but God is getting ready to bring them out, because he says they come at you one way and they flee in 7 different ways. They're going to start turning on each other and telling on each other. Watch and see what I tell you. I love you guys. I'll speak with you tomorrow.